Hey everyone, new research from the American College of Sports Medicine shows that after 60, walking alone is not enough to protect your muscles, joints, and metabolic health. In Japan, where some of the world's longest living adults follow surgeon-approved movement routines, walking is only one small part of a broader strategy. But most seniors unknowingly rely on walking as their only exercise, leading to faster strength loss and balance decline. Stay with me until the end because these 5 exercises can radically improve stability and mobility after 60. And make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss life-changing daily health tips. Chair squats are one of the most overlooked yet most powerful exercises for adults over 60, and the reason is simple: they directly target the muscles that protect your independence, your quads, glutes, and core. What most people don't realize is that these muscles naturally shrink with age, a process called sarcopenia. By 60, you can lose up to 1 to 2% of muscle every year if you don't challenge your lower body in the right way. Walking cannot slow this loss enough on its own. Chair squats, however, stimulate far deeper muscle fibers and activate strength patterns that walking never reaches. And the moment you begin performing them correctly, your body responds quickly, often within just a few weeks. There's a hidden truth about balance and stability after 60 that very few seniors ever hear. More than 80% of your ability to stay upright comes from leg strength, not just coordination. When the quadriceps weaken, the knees begin to wobble, steps shorten, and everyday tasks like getting up from the couch or climbing stairs start to feel heavier. This isn't aging alone, it's underused muscles slowly shutting down. Chair squats reverse this decline safely because they mimic the exact movement pattern your body relies on dozens of times per day. You're not just exercising, you're retraining your body for real life. And here's something even more important. New research from the Journal of Applied Physiology shows that controlled body weight-based resistance movements can boost lower body blood flow, improve glucose control, and increase mitochondria efficiency, the energy factories inside your muscles. That's why chair squats feel difficult at first but become smoother as your muscles wake up. This is the same principle used in long life regions such as Japan, where older adults incorporate daily sit-stand movements not as a workout but as a lifestyle habit. They practice multiple repetitions throughout the day, building strength without ever stepping into a gym. If you've ever felt yourself leaning heavily on your hands or using momentum to stand up, that's a sign your legs need targeted activation. Chair squats train your body to lift using the correct muscles rather than letting your joints compensate. The key is slow, intentional movement. When you lower with control, the thigh muscles lengthen under load, a technique known to stimulate more strength gains than fast, shallow repetitions. When you rise without pushing off your hands, the glutes engage fully, protecting your hips and reducing pressure on your lower back. Many seniors believe they should avoid squats because they fear knee strain, but the opposite is true when performed correctly. Gentle chair squats can actually strengthen the muscles that stabilize the knee joint. The chair provides safety, structure, and confidence, making the movement both accessible and joint-friendly. Starting with 3 sets of 10 repetitions is ideal, but even 5 controlled squats a day can make a measurable difference in functional strength within 2 to 3 weeks. Here's where things get especially powerful. Chair squats also train your balance without you even noticing. As you lower and rise, thousands of micro adjustments happen in your ankles, knees, and hips. These tiny stabilizing contractions strengthen the neuromuscular system responsible for keeping you steady on uneven ground or during sudden movements. This is why people who consistently perform chair squats often report fewer stumbles, better posture, and improved confidence while walking. To make the movement even more effective, imagine lightly pressing your feet into the ground as if you're trying to leave footprints. This engages the kinetic chain from your toes to your hips. Keep your chest lifted, let your hips reach back slightly, and stand up with purposeful strength. Each repetition is not just exercise. It's a message to your body that you are rebuilding capability, mobility, and power. If you stay consistent with chair squats, you'll notice something remarkable. Stairs become easier, your walking speed improves, and your legs feel more stable when stepping off curbs or rising from low seats. This single exercise has the potential to transform how your body ages, and it's well worth making it part of your daily routine. Wall push-ups are far more powerful than most people realize, especially for adults over 60 who want strong shoulders, stable joints, and better upper body strength without risking injury. Many people assume push-ups are only for younger or more athletic individuals, But the wall variation is specifically designed to protect aging joints while still activating the exact muscle groups responsible for lifting, carrying, and stabilizing your upper body. What's remarkable is that research from the European Journal of Applied Physiology shows that low-impact resistance training like wall push-ups can increase muscle activation in the chest, triceps, and shoulders almost as effectively as floor push-ups without the strain. This is one of the biggest hidden advantages for seniors who want strength safely. Here's the surprising truth: weak upper body muscles contribute more to falls than most seniors ever hear about. When the shoulders and arms lack stability, the body struggles to catch itself during a misstep. Wall push-ups directly train the neuromuscular control needed to brace and stabilize during sudden movements. Each controlled repetition teaches your body how to respond quicker and stronger. This is why people who start incorporating wall push-ups often notice better posture and more confidence during everyday tasks like pushing open a door, rising from a chair, or carrying groceries. Strength in these areas doesn't just improve how you move, it protects you. Another overlooked benefit is how wall push-ups realign the shoulder joint. Over time, posture changes. Forward shoulders, curved upper back, weakened rotator cuff muscles can make lifting your arms overhead or behind you feel stiff or even painful. Because wall push-ups encourage a natural, upright position and smooth movement pattern, they help retrain your shoulder stabilizers to work in harmony. The controlled motion strengthens the scapular muscles, which are essential for keeping the shoulder positioned correctly. This not only reduces discomfort but also enhances long-term shoulder health. Many seniors accidentally rely too much on walking to maintain upper body strength, but walking barely engages the muscles responsible for carrying, lifting, and stabilizing. Wall push-ups fill this gap perfectly. They improve the functional strength you need for everyday activities, and do so in a way that supports joint integrity rather than stressing it. And just like long-living communities in Japan, where daily low-impact bodyweight movements keep older adults remarkably strong, wall push-ups offer sustainable strength building without intensity or complicated equipment. The rhythm of the movement is what makes them so effective. As you lean toward the wall, your chest muscles lengthen while your arms control the descent. As you push back, triceps and shoulders contract powerfully yet smoothly. This cycle boosts blood flow, increases muscle fiber recruitment, and enhances metabolic activity in the upper body, all crucial for people over 60 who want to combat age-related muscle decline. Even 2 or 3 sets of 12 repetitions can create visible improvements within weeks. Another powerful benefit of wall push-ups is how they improve core stability. During the movement, your abdominal muscles naturally tighten to keep your spine aligned. This creates a subtle but effective training stimulus for your midsection, helping strengthen the muscles that support your lower back. Many seniors struggle with low back discomfort because the core isn't activating properly. Wall push-ups encourage gentle yet consistent activation without strain, enhancing posture and reducing pressure on the spine. To maximize results, focus on technique. Stand at arm's length from the wall. Place your hands slightly wider than shoulder width. Keep your body in a straight line and lower yourself slowly. Avoid rushing the movement. It's the controlled tempo that stimulates the most muscle growth. Imagine pushing the wall away from you rather than simply moving backward. This visualization creates stronger engagement through the chest and arms. What makes wall push-ups especially appealing is that they fit seamlessly into daily routines. You can perform them in the kitchen, while waiting for water to boil in the hallway, or even during breaks throughout the day. Consistency matters far more than intensity. Just like chair squats strengthen the lower body, wall push-ups build the upper body foundation needed to age with strength and capability. With regular practice, you'll start noticing that lifting objects feels easier, your shoulders stay more open, and your arms feel more energized. Tasks that once felt tiring, like reaching overhead, pushing, pulling, or carrying heavier items, become smoother and more controlled. This single exercise, when done daily, can reshape your strength, stability, and confidence in a way you can feel every time you move. The heel-to-toe walk is one of the simplest yet most transformative exercises for improving balance, coordination, and fall prevention after 60. Most people underestimate how powerful this small movement pattern really is, but it trains the exact neuromuscular system that keeps you steady on uneven surfaces, slippery floors, or sudden direction changes. What makes this exercise especially important for seniors is that age naturally slows the communication between your nerves and muscles. When that connection weakens, reaction time drops, steps become less precise, and balance becomes unstable. The heel-to-toe walk strengthens this communication channel in a focused, controlled way, helping restore the body's ability to move with certainty. There's an often mistruth about why falls happen in older adults. It's not just weak legs or bad balance. It's poor gait control, meaning the brain and body aren't synchronizing movement properly. The heel-to-toe walk directly retrains this coordination. As you place one foot in front of the other, heel-touching toe, your brain must calculate micro-adjustments constantly. Every inch of the movement teaches your body how to stabilize, shift weight, correct alignment, and maintain forward momentum. This kind of precision training is rarely gained from walking alone. It's why physical therapists use this technique worldwide to rebuild balance after injury, surgery, or age-related decline. What many seniors don't realize is that the heel-to-toe walk activates a deep chain of muscles that everyday walking barely reaches. The ankles, calves, inner thighs, hips, and lower core work together to keep you upright. These smaller stabilizing muscles weaken faster than large muscles as you age. Once they weaken, the body begins relying on wider steps, shuffling movements, or stiff walking patterns, each of which increases the risk of stumbling. When you practice heel-to-toe walking regularly, you awaken these stabilizers and teach them to fire correctly again. This is why people who commit to this exercise often notice a smoother stride and improved confidence within a few weeks. The real magic lies in how this movement strengthens proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position in space. Research shows proprioception declines with age, making it harder for the body to detect shifts in balance. The heel-to-toe walk forces your brain to constantly track the placement of each foot. That repeated feedback loop strengthens proprioceptive receptors in your feet and ankles, giving you better control on uneven surfaces, steps, and slopes. Many seniors report feeling lighter or more coordinated after practicing this movement consistently. That feeling comes from enhanced spatial awareness. Your body is reconnecting the dots. There's also a circulatory benefit. The narrow, controlled steps encourage ankle mobility, which helps pump blood from the lower legs back toward the heart. This can reduce stiffness, swelling, and heavy leg sensation, common issues after 60. It's one of the reasons cultures with long living populations, like those in Japan, incorporate narrow, stance walking patterns in daily life. These movements naturally maintain balance, ankle strength, and smooth gait mechanics without formal exercise sessions. What makes this exercise even more valuable is that it challenges the mind. Because you must stay focused on each step, your brain becomes more engaged. This kind of dual-task training, physical plus mental, has been shown to support cognitive health, reaction speed, and overall coordination. Staying mentally sharp is a vital part of staying physically steady. To get the full benefit, slow, deliberate movement is essential. Stand tall, engage your core lightly, and place the heel directly in front of the toe with each step. Imagine yourself walking on a balance beam. Keeping your eyes forward instead of down helps train your inner ear and reflexes. This is one of the strongest ways to improve real-world balance. Because in everyday life, you can't rely on always watching your feet. If you need support at first, use a wall or countertop for reassurance, but aim to reduce reliance over time. The heel-to-toe walk is also a powerful diagnostic tool. If you wobble, lose balance, or need to widen your stance, that's a sign your stabilizers and coordination need focused strengthening. Most people are surprised by how challenging this simple movement feels the first time they try it. But that challenge is exactly why it works so well. With just 2 minutes a day, you can retrain your stride, enhance your balance, and reduce fall risk dramatically by integrating this routine into your daily life. Walking across the living room, along the hallway, or outdoors on flat ground, you build a more confident, controlled gait. Each slow, precise step helps you reclaim stability, protect your independence, and move through the world with far greater ease and security. Standing leg lifts are one of the most undervalued yet most essential exercises for adults over 60 who want stronger hips, better joint stability, and smoother mobility. Most people never learn how crucial hip strength becomes with age, yet it's one of the first areas to weaken. Research shows that hip muscles begin losing power faster than many other muscle groups after 60, and when this happens, simple movements like stepping sideways, climbing stairs, or standing from a seated position become noticeably harder. Standing leg lifts directly target these fading muscles in a safe, controlled, and highly effective way, making them an essential foundation for long-term mobility. Here's a commonly overlooked truth: most falls after 60 start not from forward movement, but from sideways instability. The hips aren't just for walking, they stabilize you every time you shift weight to one leg. When these muscles weaken, the body begins relying on poor compensations, wider steps, stiff movements, or overly tight back muscles, which increases the likelihood of missteps. Standing leg lifts strengthen the abductors, glutes, and deep hip stabilizers that keep you upright during everyday activities. With each repetition, your body relearns how to control weight shifts and maintain balance when the ground changes, the pace slows, or the environment becomes unpredictable. Another powerful element of standing leg lifts is how they activate the mind-muscle connection. When you slowly lift your leg to the side, you're training your brain and nervous system to control the hip movement with precision. This is especially important because neural pathways that control hip stability decline with age if they aren't challenged. Every controlled lift strengthens those pathways, allowing you to move with smoother coordination and greater confidence. This is why people who practice standing leg lifts often notice they can turn, pivot, or step sideways more easily after only a few weeks. One of the strongest advantages of this exercise is how it improves joint alignment. The hips act as the foundation for the knees and lower back. When hip stabilizers weaken, the knees often collapse inward, and the lower back compensates with tension. This can lead to discomfort, stiffness, and difficulty standing upright for long periods. Standing leg lifts help correct these issues by strengthening the muscles that keep your pelvis level and properly aligned. When your hips are supported, your knees track better, your lower back relaxes, and your entire walking pattern improves. Another hidden benefit lies in how standing leg lifts enhance balance without needing additional equipment. When performed correctly, your weight rests on one standing leg while the other moves. This creates a dynamic balance challenge that strengthens the entire stabilizing system, from your ankles and calves to your core and hips. Many seniors notice that even just lifting the leg a few inches off the ground requires more control than expected. That challenge is exactly what stimulates improvement. Think of it as teaching your body to stay steady when life throws unexpected movements your way. The exercise also boosts circulation, especially in the lower body. Tight or underused hip muscles can restrict blood flow, making the legs feel heavy or fatigued. Standing leg lifts encourage better movement of blood and lymph through the hips, thighs, and glutes. This not only improves strength but also contributes to better energy levels and reduced stiffness. It's one of the reasons why older adults in long living regions often incorporate gentle side movements, hip rotations, and leg raises into their daily routines. They keep the hips open, strong, and responsive. What makes this exercise especially valuable is that it builds functional strength directly related to daily life. Think about stepping sideways to avoid an obstacle, getting into a car, turning while carrying groceries, stepping into the shower, or maintaining balance on uneven terrain. All of these actions require strong hip abductors and stabilizers. Without them, movement becomes slower, less coordinated, and more risky. Standing leg lifts rebuild the strength needed for these tasks in a simple, low-impact way that anyone can perform without equipment or complicated instructions. To maximize the effectiveness of the exercise, technique matters. Stand tall with your core gently engaged. Hold a countertop or chair lightly if needed, but avoid leaning your weight onto it. Lift one leg to the side slowly, keeping your foot pointed forward rather than upward. This small adjustment ensures the right muscles are doing the work. Pause briefly at the top to engage the glutes fully, then lower with control. Rushing the movement reduces the strengthening effect. Slow, deliberate lifts activate deep stabilizers that fast motions completely miss. Consistency is key for lasting improvement. Even 15 repetitions per side each day can deliver noticeable gains within a couple of weeks. Many seniors report feeling more confident stepping off curbs, walking across crowded areas, or standing from low seats after integrating standing leg lifts into their routine. Over time, this exercise can significantly improve hip endurance, which contributes to better posture and more stable walking mechanics. Another compelling benefit is how this exercise indirectly strengthens your lower back. When your hips are strong, your spine doesn't have to compensate during movement. This creates a ripple effect of improved posture, reduced fatigue, and better overall body alignment. Some people even notice they can stand or walk longer without feeling discomfort. Standing leg lifts can also be used as a diagnostic tool to understand your body's stability. If you sway, wobble, or need to grip a support tightly, that's a sign your stabilizing system needs strengthening. But the encouraging part is that improvement usually comes quickly when practiced daily. The movement itself is gentle, low risk, and adaptable for all fitness levels. By embracing this simple exercise, you're investing in the strength and stability that support independence. Every controlled lift helps preserve your mobility, reinforce your joints, and improve your balance. Over time, this translates into greater freedom, safer movement, and a stronger, more capable body that supports you in every step you take. What truly matters now is understanding how these simple, low-impact exercises come together to reshape your strength, stability, and long-term wellness after 60. Most people believe aging automatically leads to slower movement, weaker muscles, and declining balance, but research consistently shows that targeted daily exercises can reverse much of this decline. The body remains highly adaptable at any age, especially when given the right kind of stimulus. Controlled movements that train stability, strengthen essential muscles, and activate the deep support systems we rely on for everyday life. When you combine chair squats, wall push-ups, heel-to-toe walking, and standing leg lifts, you're not just working out, you're rebuilding the physical foundation that keeps you independent and mobile. The remarkable thing is that none of these exercises require intense effort, heavy equipment, or gym memberships. They tap into natural movement patterns your body already understands, making them accessible to anyone, regardless of current fitness level. And yet, despite being simple, they deliver measurable improvements because they target functions the body depends on every single day: rising from a chair, controlling arm strength, maintaining balance during narrow steps, and stabilizing the hips during any shift of weight. These are exactly the abilities that preserve your confidence as you age. A major reason these exercises work so effectively is that they train muscle groups that often weaken silently. Many seniors don't notice the early signs of decline: a shorter stride, a heavier step up the stairs, a slight wobble during turns, or increasing reliance on handrails. These small signals are the body's way of saying certain muscles are no longer firing as strongly or as efficiently as before. The good news is that the exercises you've learned directly target those weaknesses. Chair squats reignite the leg and glute strength that supports every standing action. Wall push-ups rebuild upper body stability, shoulder alignment, and the power needed to brace yourself during sudden movements. The heel-to-toe walk trains the coordination and proprioception that protect you on uneven ground. And standing leg lifts reinforce the hip stability responsible for controlling sideways movement, the very movement that causes many dangerous falls. One of the most compelling advantages of practicing all four exercises is how they retrain your nervous system. Strength is not just about muscle fibers, it's also about how quickly and accurately your brain communicates with your body. After 60, this communication naturally slows unless it's challenged. These exercises deliver exactly the challenge needed to strengthen those neural pathways. Every controlled squat, every slow push-up, every narrow step walk, and every balanced leg lift becomes a signal to the brain that movement should remain sharp, coordinated, and responsive. This neural engagement is one of the reasons people begin noticing improvements in posture, balance, and energy surprisingly quickly. There's also a deeper benefit that often goes unnoticed. These movements support metabolic health. Engaging multiple muscle groups, especially large ones like the legs and glutes, increases glucose uptake, improves circulation, and enhances mitochondrial function. That means better energy, more stable blood sugar levels, and improved endurance throughout daily life. This is one reason active communities around the world, including long-living populations in Japan, prioritize gentle daily movements. Their lifestyles naturally stimulate the body's metabolic systems without strain, preserving vitality well into later decades. When these exercises are performed with consistency, they create a chain reaction of improvements. You walk more confidently because your legs feel stronger. You step sideways with greater control because your hips are stable. You carry groceries more comfortably because your shoulders and arms are better aligned. You stand taller because your core and back are supported by stronger surrounding muscles. And perhaps most importantly, you begin to trust your body again. That trust is transformative. Even more encouraging is that progress doesn't require long sessions. 2 to 5 minutes spent on each exercise can create meaningful results. That means you can integrate them seamlessly into normal routines: before breakfast, during TV commercials, when waiting for water to boil, or anytime you're near a wall, chair, or open space. Small, repeated efforts compound into powerful long-term changes, much like how daily brushing preserves dental health. But in this case, you're preserving mobility, balance, and independence. What often motivates people most is how quickly they begin to feel better. Your joints feel more secure, your legs feel more dependable, and your upper body feels more capable of supporting everyday tasks. This encourages a reinforcing cycle. The stronger you feel, the more active you become, and the more active you become, the stronger and more balanced your body grows. There's also the confidence factor. When you know you can rise from a chair effortlessly, turn without wobbling, climb stairs with control, and catch yourself if needed, you naturally feel more empowered in your everyday life. This sense of control is priceless. It influences your mood, your independence, and your overall quality of life. The exercises you've learned today aren't just movements, they are tools to protect your future self. Each rep is an investment in resilience. Every slow, deliberate movement is a message to your body that you intend to stay strong, capable, and active. Even if you start small, consistency builds the momentum that leads to lasting strength. This is the path to preserving mobility after 60, not through extremes, but through smart, intentional daily actions that support your body from the inside out. These exercises have helped countless older adults reclaim their stability, confidence, and vitality, and they can do the same for you when practiced with commitment and care.